Morning students, today's class we will see about the preventive obstetrics. Preventive obstetrics is the concept of prevention of or detection of particular health deviation through routine periodic examination and screenings. The concept of preventive obstetrics concerned with the concepts of health and well-being of the mother and baby during antenatal, intranatal and postnatal period. The aims to promote the well-being of mothers and babies and to support sound parenting and stable families. The terminology is preventive, anything that causes the arrest of threatened onset of disease. Obstetrics, the branch of medical science concerned with care of pregnant women during pregnancy, labor, and puerperium. Research, the systematic investigation into study of material sources, etc. Gynecology, the study of disease peculiar to women, especially to those of genital tract and breast. Deviation, to move steadily away from an accepted norm. Antenatal, pertaining to the period spanning from conception to labor. Intranatal, pertaining to time of the process of giving birth or being born. Postnatal, a period of not less than 10 and not more than 18 days after the end of the labor. Conception, union of the sperm and ovum resulting in fertilization of one is called a zygote. Delivery, the expulsion of a child with a placenta and membranes from the mother at birth. Puerperium, it is a period after the childbirth where the uterus and organs and structures have been affected and pregnancies returning to their non-gravid state usually describe a period of 6 to 8 weeks. Dread, great fear, mortality, quality or a state of being subject to death, number of deaths in relation to a specific population incidence, morbidity, conditions of being deceased, number of causes of disease or sick person in relationship to a specific population incidence. Trimester, the time period of 3 months. Endocrinopathy, any disease resulting from a disorder of an endocrine gland or glands. Thrombotic, thrombus or clot. ANM, auxiliary nurse midwifery. Primigravida, a woman who is pregnant for the first time. Cephalopelvic disproportion, disparity between size of the woman's pelvis and the fetal head. Malpresentation, the presentation other than vertex, that is face, brow, shoulder, etc. Antepartum, before the onset of labor. Preeclampsia, a complication of pregnancy characterized by increasing hypertension, proteinuria, and edema. Eclampsia, common convulsive seizures between 20th week of pregnancy and end of the first week of postpartum. Hydramnios, an excessive amniotic fluid which leads to an overdistension of the uterus and possibility of malpresentation of the fetus. Intrauterine, within the uterus. MCH, maternal and child health. FP, family planning. Embryonic period, the earliest period or phase of lung development in utero, lasting from the third week after the conception to the sixth week. Gestation, the period of intrauterine fetal development from conception to the birth, the period of pregnancy. Preventive obstetrics. Preventive obstetrics is a term for prevention of the complication that may arise during antenatal, intranatal, and postnatal period. Preventive obstetric measure can be categorized into three main stages, that they are as follows: antenatal nursing, intranatal nursing, and postnatal nursing. The objective of antenatal nursing care to promote, protect, and maintain the health of the mother during the pregnancy, to detect high risk cases and give them special attention, to foresee complications and prevent them, to remove anxiety and dread associated with delivery, to reduce maternal and infant mortality and morbidity, to teach the mother elements of childcare, nutrition, personal hygiene, and environmental sanitation, to sensitize the mother to need the family planning, including advice to cases seeking medical termination of pregnancy, to detect and treat any abnormality found in pregnancy as early as possible. It includes first one is pre-conception counseling and care. Identification of high-risk factors is to be done. Detailed evaluation of medical, obstetric, and family and personal history. Risk factors are assessed by laboratory test if required. Treatable factors like pre-existing chronic disease like hypertension, diabetes, epilepsy are stabilized in an optimal state by early intervention before proper counseling to those with a history of recurrent fetal loss or with family history of congenital abnormalities, as there may some untreatable factors. Overweight or underweight is to be corrected with a proper dietary advice. Rubella, hepatitis immunization is a non-immune to a non-immune mother is to be offered. to record baseline health status including BP reading. Folic acid supplementation 4 mg per day starting 4 weeks prior to the conception up to 12 weeks of the pregnancy is advisable. Good understanding with a physician so that much of the problems and fear of the incoming pregnancy could be removed. The counseling should be done by primary healthcare providers. The help of obstetricians, physicians, geneticists, and may be required should be extended. Essential antenatal services. The essential components of services during pregnancy include are registration of a pregnant woman, antenatal visit and antenatal care, immunization against tetanus, iron and folic acid and vitamin A and D supplementation, health education or parental advice during pregnancy. Relationship between maternal and fetal nutrition. That means inadequate food intake and poor nutrient utilization will lead to maternal malnutrition. This leads to reduced blood volume expansion. This will lead to inadequate increase in the cardiac output. This will lead to decreased blood nutrient supply to the fetus. Will lead to reduced placental size and reduced nutrient transfer, and finally this lead to fetal growth retardation. Third, specific health problems. Specific protection for the pregnant woman. Health is essential aspect of prenatal care. This is because 50 to 60% of women belonging to low socioeconomic groups are anemic and in the last trimester of pregnancy. The major causative factors are iron and folic acid deficiencies. Anemia is also be associated with the high incidence of premature birth, postpartum hemorrhage, puerperal sepsis, and thromboembolic phenomena in the mother. Preparing for the confinement. Preparation for a safe delivery is very important. It should be done well in advance to avoid any type of difficulty or emergency which might occur at the time of delivery. Psychological preparation of the mother. Family planning, education for self-care, hematological investigations like full blood count, blood grouping and screening for antibodies. Screening for urinary tract infection. Urinary tract infections may be asymptomatic. Where symptomatic or not, urinary tract infection present a risk for both mother and the fetus. Then minor disorders of pregnancy should be treated. Second is intranatal nursing. Objective of intranatal care include to delivery at the minimum injury to newborn and mother, to be readiness to deal with the complications such as prolonged labor, hemorrhage, convulsions, malpresentations, prolapse of the cord, etc. To do the care of the baby at delivery like resuscitation, care of the cord, care of the eyes, etc. To prevent infection, to detect and deal any complications like antepartum and postpartum hemorrhage, prolonged labor, malpresentation and prolapse of cord, etc. To resuscitate the baby and provide immediate care to the baby. First one is domiciliary care. Mother with normal obstetric history may advise to have their confinement with their own homes provided the home conditions are satisfactory. Complications and obstetrical emergency during neonatal period, prolonged labor, abnormal uterine contraction, obstetrical labor. Postnatal nursing. Care of mother and newborn after delivery is as known as the postnatal or postpartum care. Objective of postnatal care include prevent complications of the postpartum period, to restore, promote, maintain health of the mother and baby, to promote breastfeeding, to establish good nutrients for the baby, to check the adequacy of breastfeeding, to prevent infections and identify any health problem, to support and strengthen the parents' confidence and their role within the family and cultural environment, to provide family planning instructions and service, to provide basic health education to the mother and family on various aspects of mother and child care. Complications of postnatal period include puerperal sepsis, thrombophlebitis, deep vein thrombosis, postpartum hemorrhage, urinary tract infection, incontinence of urine, inversion of uterus, and postpartum blues. Restoration of mother to optimum health. The broad areas of this care fall into three divisions, that is physical include postnatal examination, anemia, nutrition, postnatal exercise and psychological. And third one is breastfeeding, respiratory distress syndrome and neonatal problems, prevention of birth injuries, major disorders of newborn like ophthalmia neonatorum, neonatal tetanus, omphalitis, skin infections like pemphigus neonatorum. Family planning. Health education to the mother and family. Health education during postnatal period should be cover the following areas, that is hygiene and personal environment, breast care, breastfeeding of the infant, care of the newborn baby, care of the umbilical cord, bathing of the baby, nutritious diet for the mother, postnatal exercise, rest and sleep and activity, pregnancy spacing, health checkup for the mother and baby, prevention of infection in the baby, birth registration. Thank you. Thank you for listening.